started off with you had been sensing, or Cyrus had been sensing. You're in Ravenloft, having dinner with Strahd, and anyway, the orb Cyrus had been sensing was getting closer and closer and coming up the stairs. You're like, oh my gosh, it's terrible. Anyway, and then in walks the butler, and everyone is a little.
And we thought Tyrell, Walter, and ended up being Francois. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I can't remember his
Leipzig or whatever his name is. Leipzig. Anyway, and so you guys, Janica might have gotten a little frisky with said butler and tried to pat him down and find out where this freaking orb is. Anyway, and he says he's been working here over 50 years and whatnot. He does whatever, like, the master asks of him, including holding on to things and whatnot, and he asks you to please, no, he's not into that kind of thing. Miss Janica would prefer not. Anyway, and Janica was on one last session.
And she was on him.
She's on a lot of people. Anyway,
we'll talk about that.
So, anyway, he finally was like, okay, I think I should go. Anyway, and yeah, I forget which one came first. I think it was that one. Yeah, so you went to go knock him out. And this, like, you know, skinny, like, old man, like, turns around and catches your mace as you're, like, in mid, like, swing. Anyway, and he says, please, no violence. Anyway, and he tells you about the no violence rule in the castle. Anyway, then, who was it? I think it was Pharrellin that cast the spell, or whatnot?
I did.
Susan. Yes, Susan cast a spell. And he, like, points and counterspells it.
Yeah.
It says, and please don't do that either. Anyway, so this butler is more than a butler, it seems. Anyway, and so he said, well, so Strahd comes, he goes and gets Strahd. Strahd comes back in, and he says, like, I'll give it to you when we need it at the ceremony and whatnot. And you guys are like, we don't know if we, like, believe him, but Janica knows that, like, it's something kind of precious and valuable, and he doesn't want to just get it up or give it up.
Was it Dre that rolled, like, that he was lying about being honest with us?
I think so.
I think I asked that last time too.
Yeah,
Sorry,
like,
I can't remember.
Or is he honest about lying to you?
Oh boy.
It's the honest ones you want to look out for.
Oh gosh. Anyway, and so he invites you to stay the night and whatnot, and you know the butler will lead you to your rooms.
Yep.
And Janica. You realize that.
Oh yeah.
I think it was you, Dre, that was like able to determine that he's got plans within plans, and that the unexpected would be the most useful to you. So Janica goes up and offers to couple later on this evening with the devil. Anyway, and he agrees.
Hold on.
And anyway,
He's kind of devil adjacent.
not the devil, but like the people around the town call him the devil.
The proverbial devil of the land, maybe. But,
this undead monster who's like the king of the land. Anyway, so yes, and anyway, and so you guys go up to your rooms and whatnot, but you don't stay there. Janica, you go off. Everyone wishes you the best.
We bless you.
Yes, and then Cyrus and Pharrellin, you guys go up. Oh yeah, I guess you weren't here last time, Pharrellin. Pharrellin, you go with Cyrus, so you're with Cyrus right now.
Yep.
And you go up to, you just go straight up to the top.
We find a beating heart.
Yeah, yes.
Did you listen?
no, I filled him in a little bit.
Oh.
Yeah, so in the center of the room, and there's some cloths around and some rooms. Closets, sorry, yes, right.
Closets?
Closets.
Those are those little creatures, right?
Yep. Let's
Were they
see, like
closets?
fairly harmless, you know.
Half-formed.
Until you do something. Yeah.
Potentially.
That's what it felt like.
Yeah.
And
Vibes alone was enough to make Cyrus go, no.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like a lot of that. Yeah.
Anyway, and so yes. So you guys decided maybe not and left. And you went around and looked at other parts. You found like a pool and where people would communicate with other deities. And you found an attic, and you were trying to leave a note for Erwin and his people, and made it all beep bright, and then put it outside like a spotlight.
Oh, never mind.
Anyway, and that's where you and then Saphira and Susan and Drea, you guys went up to another part, like saw like more of the downstairs and where the servants are at a food court, whatever. Then you went up one of the spires and found like this where like some witch would like make her brews, the big cauldron and like, herbs and like different lotions and potions around. Anyway, and you also went up and found like a little place where there were different ravens and like birds and stuff, and where notes maybe had been intercepted or written and sent or whatever. Communication place. Anyway, and you guys decided like, we've got like an hour, a couple of hours, like about an hour. Maybe we can make some potions.
You mean an hour?
Oh, it's probably like 2 hours. So the whole time you had is about 4 hours.
You're welcome.
4 and a bit hours. Anyway, and I was thinking in my mind it probably took about like 2-ish hours, an hour and a half.
Wow.
Definitely 2 hours for you guys to like be looking around and like
Go all the way
checking
up to the
things
top.
out. This is a big place. You know how we were talking? It was like about a mile, like long. This is a big place, and so like there's lots of stuff. Anyway, and the rooms are big and bigger than you normally would see. Like a whole house could fit in the drawing room. Anyway, it's massive. So yes.
20-foot, 30-foot ceilings.
So I'll give you guys 2 hours. You only had about 1 hour left. But
Yeah.
anyway, because you can see the sun start. Anyway, so I'm gonna give you guys a choice. In your 2-hour time frame, you can make 2 potions. No, actually, hold on. I'll have you. Who wants to be making the potions?
I'll do it.
Yes. I assume this would be like a medicine check. No, this would be a
Nature?
nature. I would say nature check. Yep.
Or Arcana.
Ooh.
Let's see what I got.
You know what?
Choose the higher one. No, I'm kidding.
Sure, I'll let you choose which one.
Oh, sorry.
I'll go for it.
Well, you can also do both, and if they roll like a higher Arcana, you can make like a more magical potion. Or if you roll like nature, it could be like more like
I
poison.
have a +6 to nature.
Oh, so I mean, you can definitely roll.
Got
Yeah.
Arcana 4, so
Oh, okay.
Cool.
try for some.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you want
We can both
Arcana
roll.
check?
Yeah. Just see.
We need to do that.
I'm only a +2.
You
Yeah, it
roll?
wasn't very good.
Uh-oh.
So my
Depending
7 is the
7. Okay, when do you roll?
Sheets for the D&D.
We can try. We're not sure how we'll do it.
Fingers crossed.
Oh!
Dirty 20.
Oh, dirty 20? Okay, then I'll definitely say 2. But you guys can pick. So you got like books and whatnot, and so would you rather make a potion of speed, a potion of giant strength, or a potion of growth?
So 2 out of those 3?
Yep, 2 out of those 3 you can pick.
speed, growth, or strength.
Uh-huh.
What do you think?
So the potion of speed. Oh, hold on. Let me look up the real. Okay. So you gain the effect of the haste spell for 1 minute. No concentration required. Now you're probably asking, what the heck is the haste spell? Oh, did it just have it? Yep, it did. So it says you choose a willing. Oh, I guess it's you. Sorry. Until the minute ends, your speed is doubled. It gains +2 bonus to AC. Has advantage on dex saving throws and gains an additional action on each of its turns. The action can be used only to take the attack, dash, disengage, hide, or use an object action. Oh, when the spell ends, or when it wears off, the target can't make or take actions until after its next turn. So you lose an action. But for 1 minute, you can take 2 each action. So
That's a
that's
lot of extra turns.
2 attacks, 2 spells, 2...
hold on. And then, I guess I should have looked all of these up.
That's a good one, actually.
Well, whoa, that's not what I want.
So,
Hold
so your regular walking speed of 40 would be 80 then.
Yeah.
Yes.
Granted, I think most of ours are 30.
Wait.
So it would be
Maybe
60,
60
walking, but like... 100, a lot more dashing.
No.
120.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, is that
Okay,
right?
potion of strength. Oh, giant strength, sorry. It says, when you drink this potion, your strength score changes for 1 hour, increases by 1 hour.
If you combine that
Oh,
with
and there's a
speed,
whole, like,
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool.
oh, okay.
Wow, all over the place.
That's
Well, if
it?
you
Oh,
want-
so anything that requires
Yeah.
strength is just easier.
And like attacks using strength, I'm guessing would be.
Yes, so attacks using strength would go up. Anything that involves strength would go up. So if you're trying to like prevent an attack or anything like that, then yes.
Grapple.
I'll let you guys choose.
Yeah, and then potion.
We're
of
not there.
growth.
So, yeah, it's,
I'll let you
Yeah, we're not there.
Yeah. Oh, you're not there.
no,
We are not.
Oh, yeah,
we
you're
are not.
And then okay, so the potion of growth. When you drink it, you gain the enlarge effect for 1d4 hours. Let's see. Okay, which I will tell you what that is. Hold please.
You
And click on a link within a
double in
link.
size, you gain the next size up. So if you're
Medium.
normal size, medium, you
Yep.
become large.
You're
Weight is
large.
multiplied by
Your
8.
weight, yeah,
Ooh!
is multiplied by 8 because it's
let's
volumetric.
see.
Yeah.
So you have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. Your weapons also grow to match their size. Your attacks with them deal an extra 1d4 extra damage.
That's it.
Because they're big.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Don't diss a spell.
Does it still say that if your weapon leaves your hand, that it shrinks?
Oh, that's a good question.
So I think that was the original, but I think there's a new version of the spell.
I think
But
so.
we always had.
Oh, it says any item dropped by an affected creature returns to normal size at once. So you can like drop it and then pick it up, like you can hold it.
Well, I'm thinking more like firing an arrow. Like,
The fun thing when
Oh,
you're an
man.
engineer
I love it.
is either
Okay.
you maintain conservation of momentum or you do not. So if you maintain conservation of momentum, your mass drops. That means your
Increases speed up.
velocity
It has to increase.
goes up.
Yeah.
So it would leave your hand, it would like a
Yeah.
bullet.
Yeah.
Well, that could be handy.
This is true. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll definitely give it more speed.
Or if it doesn't,
You know what? Maybe not.
It should
okay.
damage more. It should
Maybe
do more
not,
damage.
Maybe
Yes.
not damage. I agree. Maybe not more like accurate to hit because it would shrink, but definitely more damage if it does hit
Because
like
it's
stacked.
faster.
But maybe no penalty? Just no
Yeah, no
advantage?
penalty. I don't think
Okay.
so.
'cause it matters what you pick, because I had the reduce and large spell in my other campaign.
Did you find it pretty useful?
I abused it.
You
So the
You were abusing a mechanic? What?
The DM ruled that it was magic, so conservation of momentum didn't hold out.
Didn't apply.
And what that meant was I could take my pet rock familiar, it was like this, yeet it, and then enlarge him in the air. So now it,
Oh my gosh.
because
That's
conservation
funny.
of mass would hurt me in that instance because it would leave and then would be like, but
Yeah.
since it didn't hold out, now I could yeet a boulder.
Oh my
But
gosh.
we're assuming that objects lose mass based off of their volume.
The spell specifically says your mass increases
Alright,
or
DM.
decreases by 8 times.
I'm teasing.
Okay, that's broken.
I'm teasing. I'm teasing. That is actually very interesting.
That is- No!
That is,
I'm
that's
good.
actually.
I'm going.
It would be
I'm
really
just, I'm
fun
like
to deep
options.
dive into
I'm
like
like,
the
okay, if you
physics
guys
of
go here, we
magic
need
and
this. If you guys
obviously
go here, we need
knowing
this.
that we're
If you
being
guys go here, we need
it's
this.
silly, but just
Do you
like
have a
because it's
bedroom?
not real, but
It's just like
diving
the physics
into.
of Star Trek.
Actually,
right?
I
Yeah.
See on screen.
Yeah, but it's still fun to like look into it. Or what was it, Alex? And I had a question about like silver. We were talking about silver, and so I talked about mithril and like trying to like
Well, I
mathematically
have
figure out
plans
like
for
how
wherever
it would react.
things go
Anyway, it was
down.
really
I think
fun to discuss, but obviously
enlarge
there
one
was no
gets you
basis
ascendant
for it,
to
but
just
it was
one
the
way.
plans.
Let me
Yeah.
ask the DM a question.
Oh.
Because it might affect our potion choice.
Oh, okay.
I have a potion of flying.
Yes, you
If
do.
we have the speed potion, if someone were to take both potions, would they fly as fast as they would walk?
Now, as far as I'm aware, once you take another potion, it mitigates the original potion from.
Does that do that in
Yeah,
the
that's
E5
yeah,
or 5e?
yeah.
Because I know what you're thinking of,
Yeah.
but does it happen in 5e? That's the question.
Take two
Maybe cool if it did.
at once. Okay, let's see what the rules are.
I would think they'd do their individual things.
Oh, hold on, wait.
Well, also, 'cause
I
she
have
can
to be
fly
specific.
anyway.
Can you
Well,
have
Drake
two
could fly and
potions
have speed
two potions?
That's true.
with the sun sword.
That's
Effects in the meantime.
Yeah.
Or
That's like
Because
bones.
they're like, no, you can't drink
Or
bones.
bones.
true.
Oh.
Or you.
Oh, okay. So according to AI and D&D rules, it says you can have multiple potion effects active simultaneously if they are different effects. However, there are rules for mixing potions that can result in unpredictable interactions and possibly adverse effects.
Oh, but we'd have to look up which ones do that.
So
Different
if you
effects.
take two, there may be repercussions, maybe not. It depends. But you could probably do things like two, you know.
Like
but
speed and flying are different enough.
But just you keep track of all the stats. I'm not gonna have the same part. Anyway, but yes.
You can fly at twice the speed, but you can't control it.
Yeah, there could be, you know. I'll have you roll for said effects, and then we'll see based on what you roll what happens.
Your feet leave the ground without your permission.
It would be a wild magic kind of situation in those. That
okay.
is, but
It's worth it,
you could
though.
do it. It could very well be done. So yes.
I think that the what did we just say? Hang on, it's gone. The speed
enlarge
and then
and speed.
enlarge. Yeah.
I'm not there, but I'm
Speed and enlarge.
nodding.
I think that's
Yeah, let's do
Those
this.
make the most
Speed
sense.
and enlarge.
Okay, cool. Now I want you guys to make checks to see if you are successful. You're making
I thought I did.
Big
You,
money,
well,
no
you,
whammies.
if oh, actually, yeah, technically, never mind. Yep, I already think you made those.
Was
Yep.
it the dirty?
So
I
what-
thought that's what the dirty
So
20 was. But
Keep
Yeah.
making them?
No.
Oh, good job.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
just multitasking, so I forgot I had you right to do that. Okay, yes. So, you guys are. So Susan is minding Susan's own business. As Drea and like Saphira are going around like, okay, next step is this, and where is it? And you're having to like, you know, go and get all the bottles, and you're like, okay, this is the label, you know, like trying not to have a Emperor's New Groove like issue, you know. Anyway, as you both are not really that experienced with making potions, but the books that you do have are very, very detailed. And Saphira, you realize that Drea has some secret superpower and can figure out the writing and everything, and you can read them very, very well. And you know all the, you know, herbs and whatever things you haven't put in there. So
Nice.
there may have been some bubbles in different colors. Anyway, so you are able to make those two. So, and you put them in bottles and whatnot, and you'll decide who you can give them to, or you can keep them for yourself. But
I think Zafira should keep them.
Me,
yeah, okay, awesome.
give them
Now
to
Cyrus and Pharrellin, you guys. This is kind of like the one of the last areas and whatnot, and so you're up in that attic. What else were you wanting to do?
I think Frello made some bombs, some explosives to leave with my note.
Oh, yes, yes,
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Yes,
I
Pharrellin
did
is making
indeed.
bombs. So, yes. Oh, true. But is he having to make them? You didn't have any like bombs on you, did you?
Knowing him, he probably did.
I did, yes.
It'd be cool if they had.
I
silver shroud.
had made two. I think I can make two per night.
Oh, okay. So, at least two then.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yes. Cool. Is there anything else you want to do with the last hour?
Only 1 hour?
Yep, you got 1 hour.
I can't think of what kind of mischief I can get up to in 1 hour.
None that I want to do right now.
Okay.
Is there any other floor we're supposed to explore?
No, you guys have pretty much explored.
Do we have a
Place.
way of letting the people outside the castle know to wait?
Well, so you
Until
you want them to
Until
wait.
we're actually ready for them to storm the castle, kill the king?
Oh, I thought they were just gonna.
I thought there was a set time.
Yeah, it was at sunrise, which is
Yeah.
in less than an hour. So you guys could if you want. Definitely a beacon of light would definitely do the trick for Erwin and his people.
I don't know if that signal waiting as much as like attack.
Yeah. So
It's like the bat signal.
yeah, because how are you guys now? Also at this time, Jenica has went her way and went past this grandiose like chapel mirror, whatever, throne room thing into like his chambers and whatnot, and is doing her thing. So
You weren't there.
you will get to that.
You don't know what we did.
Yeah,
you did it? I mean, like you
We're
had the section.
getting there. We're getting there, but you guys have to figure out what you're gonna do in the
I
next
came
hour
over it.
first.
Figure out your crap first. We'll come in
And
later.
then we will convene with Jenica.
Okay, I'm just gonna see if there are any other rooms that we passed by that happen to have diamonds that are not in the main treasure room.
I don't know if I've already said this, but diamonds are a cleric's best friend.
Yeah.
I feel like I made that joke last time.
You did it.
I did. Yep. And then I remember you.
Not
Oh
really.
wow. I'm sorry, guys. I'm
No,
nothing if not
I
repetitive.
just
How
followed it up with
embarrassing.
old James Bond. Diamonds.
Making a joke multiple times. Wow.
I've seen that one.
The
Diamonds are
only
forever?
other
Yeah.
thing that you
So
are
there's
able to
Yeah.
find is actually an elevator.
That was
An
30
elevator
years
shaft, and
before
you're
you
like,
were
oh,
born, I
An
think.
elevator.
You have to go up and down all these
93.
freaking
So-
stairs. It's often like a corner, and it's like mostly used by the servants and
still
whatnot.
Oh
It's like-
my gosh. Okay.
After you guys have been like
Having
huffing and
been like
puffing
68,
and like
Yeah.
literally gone
Like,
up
yeah, like
over
60s.
7 flights a couple of times, like you know. Anyway, as you've gone up a couple.
They found an
stairs
elevator.
and whatnot, there is
Oh.
there is
We
an
didn't know
old
about it.
clackety clack elevator, like the gate, the metal one.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's not like crazy big, but it's like if somebody needed assistance, you could use it. Anyway,
Ah.
but potentially also might go down to the basement. So.
Send something really fun down there.
So
With the fuse.
it looks
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
there's like a
Yes.
mechanism that like you can choose which floor to go to, and it's like locked for the basement. So you'd have to like unlock it
Man,
and
that
like
takes a steady.
set it,
hand.
you know, and it would be kind of complicated, but you could do it.
You have to tempt
Wow.
us with
You
this.
could potentially. It could be really bad. Could be really good. I don't
So
know.
he just said, "Don't go to the basement." Didn't say why.
Yes, he's like, the only place you cannot go is the basement. Now, Drea and Saphira
There were
and
skeletons.
Susan, you found the
Like entrance.
the entrance
Long
into
trance?
it's like the floor under the first floor where all the servants. There's like big old like black iron doors leading down to the
22
basement.
years.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, so you could go that way or you could go that way. It just depends on what you guys want to do.
I'm missing a D20.
I want to.
You know what? I think I put it in your other pocket by accident. Because I know I put them away.
I have 1 to 2 questions.
Yes, I would love to answer. I have 1 to 2 answers.
Did we decide if the orb requires attunement?
Oh.
Can I counter?
We definitely talked about that a bit ago.
I
Didn't I
was-
message you about that? Like so
Someone has
long
a
ago.
point. Someone's trying to make a point, yeah.
I can also
If you're talking about the butler attuning to it,
Well,
possibly.
we were making up rules about
Yeah.
it since it was a custom item, and I can't remember if it required attunement.
Okay.
And my second question, if it does, would be, would I be able to tell if it was attuned?
On like the receiving end kind of thing.
Because I'm guessing the butler would be attuned to it.
Could
Well,
be.
don't,
Could
in order
possibly.
to attune, don't you have to be touching it?
You have to be
Well, if it's
touching it.
It's
and
inside
you have
him.
to focus on.
I don't think so.
You have to
No?
focus on doing
I
it.
think he's got it in some kind of dimensional pocket that follows him around.
That would be a question for the DM if you know if you can you sense items in another dimension?
Look what?
Or does it have to be on the same plane / dimension?
Well, kind of like a
I don't know.
bag of
That's a question for the DM, not me.
or a bag of
Hold
holding.
on.
That's true.
I wish I could search within a string of messages. That'd be great.
Can you do find? Or
He looks pretty feral for having something put inside of him.
Tune.
Of course, he did stop his mace.
yeah.
Oh, you can? Oh, yay! Okay, cool.
I don't know.
Well, probably not.
Oh, maybe we didn't. Oh yeah, we talked about it with Saphira. I think we had Saphira do something like that. I think she did. If I remember my
I think
memory
she.
serves.
Yeah, I think we did have her attuned to it.
I'm pretty sure.
And it was kind of quick because we were already resting anyway, so it
That
wasn't a big
Yeah.
deal.
So she sat and was like, I don't know. So we'll just assume yes. Yeah, we'll just say you.
So yes to the first question. Second question, would I be able to tell if somebody attuned to it?
Oh,
Excellent question.
that's a very good question. Ah,
pretty
so it
high,
went
though.
so
Oh,
long.
that's a good tower.
Yeah, that was really
Very
good.
So many implications.
Yeah. I need to subtract those hit points.
Like, I'm sure I would know if somebody used it.
Oh, 100%. I'm trying to think, is it more like a remote to a TV? You know, the TV doesn't, it just receives commands instead of the opposite way. I kind of want to say no.
Okay.
Because I think of it more like that instead of like a relationship kind of thing. It's more of a sending a signal. I don't know. That's just me.
That's fair.
Unless it's like your heart that was taken out and like it was a part of you kind of thing. That might be a question for you. Like, was it created separate? Was it like, was it your left leg that like was created into some?
Just been keistered by my man.
I had considered something like that, but I haven't defined it. So
Oh.
Because I definitely would consider that. That you would have some kind of connection with the being that attuned to it. Where it maybe wasn't, oh, it's you, but you almost have like a more familiar like feeling or relationship or like deja vu, like, hey, haven't we met before? You know, like something.
I can't swallow. Goodness.
So,
It's a suppository.
I'd be willing to go with that. Sure. I'd be So you
roll
would,
for it.
you would be, I might have you like roll to see if you can in the instances,
That
but
was pretty good. That was really good, actually.
like
I need to play a bard.
insight, perception, insight.
Inside.
Okay.
Insight.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Any other questions? Cyrus and Ferelin have a decision to make.
Is it really a decision though?
I think Frelin's already made it.
I mean, yeah, but what if
Or-
we're not back in time?
Or are you planning? Like, are you? What is the plan?
We actually don't have much of one.
No, we don't.
Well, we should get. Well, I can't do this because you guys are.
Are you
Hold on,
there?
I'd like
Well,
to say,
You're
okay?
mumbling right now.
Is that where I'm at?
She's preoccupied.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we've already talked about this in how many hours?
You know what?
Yes.
Oh, that's right. That's
Just try to unlock it. If it happens, great. If not, oh well.
I see. I can just. That's what that is.
Is that sleight of hand? Do we want to be subtle about it?
It would be sleight of hand.
The unlocking or the putting the. Or,
No.
Like, okay, I can pick the lock.
Or you can blow
I
the
attempt
lock.
to pick the lock, or I can cut the lock off.
Would cutting the
No.
lock do any more damage besides to the lock itself?
This one, you can tell from, this is actually a fairly intricate one. Like, it is, like, detailed, and it's not just, like, one lock. Like, there's a mechanism, you know, and then there's,
So
like,
it would be
an
easier
ulterior
to cut the lock off.
mechanism, and so it would
We're
be very
bypassing it.
difficult to
I mean,
pick it,
you can always try first.
But you could. You could.
I think I was trying then.
Guidance.
What does guidance do?
It gives you 1d4.
It allows him to
That's your roll.
what
micromanage.
can I add? What can I add? What can I add?
It allows Cyrus to micromanage.
Okay. Do this. No. You're getting too close.
That was funny.
No, you're twisting it a little too far.
You take this guidance.
Yeah.
I seem to have forgotten the sword.
Micromanaging.
That's not going to be good. That's going to be a solid 10.
10. So you're trying to lockpick it? Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Plus guidance.
Plus guidance.
yeah, that was plus guidance.
Oh, dear.
Can I assist?
Wow.
You are you very
sorry.
dexterous?
Actually, yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
dang.
sure. You can assist.
It literally was just me. Literally
You
just
may
me.
assist.
Help action, which means
actually-
Sure.
advantage.
Here, let
Yeah,
me.
you get advantage.
Okay, here, you can use that now. I'll move.
Maybe you can put some
This
grape.
is my fork. No one start
grapes
using
in
it.
here.
So no, you gotta do. No, let me hold that for you.
That's much better.
You gotta turn this.
18.
18.
I can see Sarah's coming behind her.
okay.
You gotta
Same
Here, let me show you.
the whole golf thing. Like,
Wait. Am I supposed to put it here or here?
I don't even know what the DM asked me to do, other than take these out. Was there?
I want grapes, please.
Oh, you want grapes? Oh,
Yeah.
oh, in here.
Yes, that's
A
what I
little
want.
container.
I'm sorry. I apologize, everyone. This is the me you're getting tonight.
Well, I forgot my chord album, so this is going to shut off in a little bit, and we'll
What
just
kind
see
of what do you need?
A little boop.
What?
A
Do you
bloop
power
and
off
not
of USB-C?
Whatever that is, it's a little round one.
Yeah.
It happens
Like I said,
to
a boop, not a
yeah, a boop. That's why I
Yeah,
said.
I got you.
Not that
This is
one.
the first time I forgot.
I speak.
chord.
I partially speak toddler.
Thank you.
I think the USB-C can charge
That's-
too.
Oh, you have one? My savior.
That's it.
Oh,
That comes with a free natural 20, right?
Is it the right
Can
one?
I do that?
I think
Oh, I think so.
I think the electric
Oh.
zappy signal, like it might not keep up with your power usage,
Oh,
but
that one will keep up.
well,
Oh, it will.
the computer may or may not
Is it fair?
We'll see.
allow.
No, that's true.
Well,
Fingers
we'll
crossed.
try it.
Fingers crossed.
So 130.
Like we were just telling Fernan, the worst you can do is try.
This is
Yeah.
true, so I'm gonna take this out.
No smoke, no sparks, no fire.
Yeah.
Hopefully no.
I don't know why Yoda turned into whatever.
Yeah, that was
Charging.
I will say though, the other thing that works with electronics, threatening violence, is actually very effective.
I know
with
your
computers.
methods.
It's very strange.
No, it did not work today.
Okay.
I even did kick the cabinet. It didn't.
Okay.
help.
Okay, that's fair.
So you rolled an 18. Woo. And you so at first.
I think that was a 28 actually.
What? The math ain't math.
So Pharrellin has his tools and whatnot. And he's like, ugh.
I'm kidding. 18 is fine.
Anyway, and then Cyrus comes up and he's like, "Well, I found this." And it's a thin metal piece. Okay, so it seems to be going fairly well, and you can see the mechanism, like,
You found a shim?
yeah, whatever that is. I don't know. I don't even know if you use that. Something. Anyway,
Sure.
Sweet.
the DM not knowing how
We're
to do it.
taking the shim down through the top of the shackle into where it latches.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, and you're like, oh, and then they go, and it just reverts back, and you can't. It like almost jams, and you can't like.
Oh
No work like that.
So I said it's 28. It was actually a 28 because I was giving her my charger to use.
Oh.
Is it free net 20?
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Well,
But
They kind of went. "Whoop."
unless.
Maybe I'm the next one.
By magic.
Okay. What else would you like to try?
You wouldn't.
I can make a tool to cut the lock off.
How long would it take you to make that?
Like 5 minutes. I can make any tool that I need. It's a glorious skill.
Okay, go for it, just go for it. Oh no.
I'll make
Okay.
Cyrus in the corner.
You convinced me. How do you do?
I'll make this
One more.
off
I'll take a
and,
small piece.
I will cut the
There's
lock
literally
off.
only like one piece left.
I know, but it's really good.
I may actually-
So we're cutting the lock off.
Yep. Okay. So you make a tool in 5 minutes. Try using said tool.
What would that be?
I almost would. Is it like something you cut it with?
Yeah, like I'm thinking like
I think
a
so.
hacksaw.
I'm thinking strength then. So, is that athletics?
I can assist with that.
Yeah, or how strong are you?
Athletics.
My score is 16.
I'll have you roll.
Cool.
So you make it, Perlin.
So then he
And
switches.
you're-
He's micromanaging.
Your
while
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
doing
yeah.
work.
self is like, you do
Does that
it,
mean I get
Cyrus.
advantage because he's helping me?
Okay, now you see, you're gonna grab here.
Yep.
You're gonna brace it here.
Wait. Where's your favorite song? You put your arms around Cyrus. Let's do it.
Oh, that's better.
We'll do it together.
Is it just core or am I doing athletics?
You're doing athletics.
16.
Okay.
So I can see it now. He comes up. No.
Wait,
Let me
can I cast guiding on myself?
And you're like,
Guidance on
what?
myself? Can I cast guidance on myself?
Well, that's close enough.
Sure.
Okay, 17.
That was such a great opening, but it
No.
has become something else over the years.
So 17.
You've heard the Frank Sinatra remake of that, right? Someone used AI to remake Careless Whisper in the style of Frank
okay.
Sinatra.
Wow.
And
So-
it is incredible, actually. It's
Can you roll one more time? Give me
Old
one more
Blue
time.
Eyes can see.
Okay.
With advantage.
Oh. Okay.
I'm
For Alex's
scared.
cord.
Oh! Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Almost.
Natural 20.
Oh boy. Okay. You
Wait.
guys are nat 20 for the cord. The world
Plus 4.
said, the universe said nat 20.
So
Okay.
20.
So the
Seven?
careless whispers worked.
So in the beginning, Cyrus is like,
Nervousness.
okay, I've got this. Okay. And Pharrell like, here, let me help you. Oh no, what the? You like have a pretty good swing. pretty good swing. And Pharrell says, are you sure you don't want help? And, fine. And you assist and both of you together. Wow. Boom. And there's a very loud like bring, bring, bring. But
I
then
should have cast silence.
It just and all the pieces and like wires and like springs.
Maybe I'm providing enough.
And so now,
Hopefully you're loud
the ability to like crank it to basement is available to you. All you have to do is walk in, close the gate, the metal doors, and hit a button.
Okay, maybe I'll back up.
But the,
Okay, I'm just gonna stand in the corner.
speed controller may have broken
Yeah.
with the lock, so it might be a quick descent.
I'm gonna pat you on the back. That was really great. I'm gonna step out of the elevator and close the door. Like, you go down, check things out, come right back up.
I'm not pulling the lever. Isn't the lever on the inside?
Yeah.
I'm not pulling the lever.
Wait, where are you?
I'm in the elevator.
Well, you're the only one in the elevator.
With the pulley.
I'm not pulling the lever.
Why?
I'm not going down without him. It's his decision.
Any chance you have mage hand?
Why did you read my mind?
I'm gonna open up the doors. If we're going down, you're coming with me.
I do not have mage hand. Do I get a sense of how deep this elevator goes?
Actually, you.
Oh, he would.
You kind of would because like this isn't like a normal structure, but they're based whatever. Like feet wise or how many levels?
Yes.
Well, they're kind of.
They're kind of the same. You do get a sense that there probably is at least a couple levels that it will descend, and probably at least a couple 100 feet. Like,
Do you happen to have anything that can give me a spell slot back? Because I literally have a spell that lets me see through walls.
oh,
Tell you what,
yeah.
Problem is, it would waste a spell slot.
No, that wouldn't take too long. So you say I could make a homunculus servant.
Oh, what?
Hey.
A big,
Homunculus.
You're homunculus.
I could make
So
a
homunculus.
homunculus servant as an infusion and send them down.
How long would it take to make?
An hour, unfortunately.
So
And it would also get rid of one of my other infusions, such as your radiant weapon,
Yeah.
Susan's resistant armor, my enhanced defense, my armor, or my enhanced boom stick.
I don't think it's worth it right now.
No.
We're gonna go down there anyway.
We'll put a pin in this. We've made it available to us.
We'll circle back to this a few minutes later.
Slap.
in case you need it.
Have you ever heard the sound of one hand clapping? Sounds like this. Want to hear it again?
that was
I'm good.
that was
Anyway,
weak.
sorry,
That was weak.
Okay.
Working with you is like working alone, but harder.
Oh, I don't want to
Okay.
play my feeling nuts.
Okay.
Soul.
As you guys are discussing this,
Very nice way.
Yeah, I feel like we're, yeah, no.
can I? Right, got your stuff. Yeah, it's a bit. Or that. Anyway, you start to kind of hear some commotion outside. Oh no. Anyway.
That's not good.
What is that?
So, according to this, it's a bat startle. It's on this soundboard. Anyway,
Oh, okay.
So
Cool.
I don't know if I like this. Hold on. Anyway, so wow, I do not have
We should probably get going.
this. Anyway, so here it's like.
You know what? Let's get in the. What floor are we meeting at?
And you hear a lot of birds.
I have no idea.
Yeah, you didn't really talk about that.
Nope.
So
We said we'll distract him. We'll do stuff. You come in.
yeah, that's pretty much what was
But we
said.
do have people tunneling though as well.
Yes.
We've had a
So-
few different points.
Wow.
You know, sending a bomb down the elevator would probably not be a good idea.
Probably not.
Oh, Pharrellin suddenly rethinks his decisions. Oh.
Real quick, while we're by the elevator,
Yep.
could I? This is the top floor of the elevator, right?
No, it continues up.
It continues up.
It's just here right now. So
I was gonna say, would it be possible for me to get a look at the mechanisms on the top of the car and potentially at the top of the shaft, just to make sure they're going to be in okay condition?
Oh. You can inspect it, yes, but at the very top, it's not here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to
Sure, no.
check that, but we could at least check the top of the car.
Sure. Make an investigation check. That's not what I'm looking for.
What floor are we on right now?
Huh?
What floor are we on right now?
You're on the
being nosy.
main floor right now. Oh no, sorry. You're up on the 3rd floor.
Oh, okay.
You're up on the 3rd floor.
21
Are
investigation.
we meeting on the main floor?
We didn't talk about
21
I just said we were gonna be
investigation?
distracting
okay. So this has been around for a while and is
We
definitely
didn't plan
seen better days.
What floor are you
but they have like renovated it and
Is it the main
replaced
floor?
different
Third,
parts
fourth,
and
I can't
whatnot.
remember.
And it is made of like the core of it is made of like intense like iron and whatnot, like metals that. Well, okay, correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe not.
No, this is fun. Please continue.
Metals that are very sturdy, don't get damaged as much, don't degrade as much. Those metals, whatever you're thinking, those. Because I don't know. Anyway.
What floor are we on right now? You
You're
said
on the
3rd floor. What floor is she on?
Third floor.
Okay.
And they're on a spire. The other group is on a spire. That,
yes.
oh my god.
Should we try and catch Strahd with his pants down?
Oh my gosh. You could very well.
Sounds like his pants might not even be on. Are you sure you're ready to see that? I'm not.
What is he gonna do to Jenica when stuff happens? If they're still
Oh,
coupling?
you two talk.
Probably take her hostage.
Oh, that's not what I wanted.
We didn't think this through, did we?
No, we didn't. Should we just?
Assuming he hasn't already bit her and turned her over to his side.
Well, I can probably heal that. Assuming it's a curse. If it's a curse, I can heal it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Can you just heal him?
I
This
somehow don't think so.
Sounds like a curse to me, buddy.
Well, I think one, they have to be willing. Two,
So if she's cursed and is his thrall, would she be willing?
that's a good question. We'll just have to try it.
I kind of don't think so.
Possibly not.
Okay.
Why did I turn Canadian?
We should probably just start heading that direction.
Okay, so you guys walk over and you do see like the broken window that's massive. That's like the size of this room, and it's this like it's got a big old throne and like open. It's almost like a cathedral, center, with like, the decorations and like the, music and whatever. But it's just like a setback. Anyway, it's got like pews and whatnot stuff. And then you do notice these like ornate double doors. You're like, ooh, those look fancy and might lead to a fancy room.
That's all.
You could also do that as well.
I'm just gonna
Just listen.
Okay.
to see if they have finished.
So as you
I love how
go
everyone's just assuming what's actually happening.
to the door, that you can't really hear all that much. So roll a perception.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay.
What if
13?
What if I burn
13?
Do I still have guidance active?
There you go.
It's 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so you're
15.
And you don't hear any of that you're expecting. You do hear lower voices though, and like people are talking. Yes.
Okay.
So you can't quite make out exactly.
That's fine. That's fine.
But there's like talking. Anyway.
Okay.
Remember that thing that let me see who it was? No, I'm just kidding. No.
Anyway, now while you're it's like getting close. Like you see this the broken
Do
window.
they still
and
hear the?
whatnot. Yeah, and you still hear there's like birds and squawks outside. And you do see some birds like kind of like dive bombing outside, and then like other birds, kind of outside. So anyway, it seems like maybe
Birds.
some people are getting kind of close.
Alfred Hitchcock.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
stirring
So-
somewhere.
Birdemic.
I'm gonna go to the window. How close are some of the birds?
Fairly close.
I'm gonna say,
And
I'm not gonna yell. I'm just gonna say, go up to the spire. There's a note.
Okay, you whisper.
Well, like normal voice.
Oh, okay.
I'm just not yelling.
As there's, it seems like some of the birds are going at each other. They like hit the side of the building.
Wait, are they going with other birds?
Yeah, they're like
Oh!
other birds. They're having like a bird fight outside.
Oh, those birds and bats.
Sorry, the sound I had was bats, but I don't have like a.
Then never mind, I'm
birds
not
that
gonna
are
say anything.
upset. Sorry.
I'm just gonna look at the window.
Okay.
I happen to be a man shaped into a bird.
Yes, I'm a real bird.
Spire up there might be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might even be a note.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, so you just like watch what's going on, and then as you're seeing birds like blowing feathers. Okay. Okay, so Janica, you have like pretty much finished up with whatever you're doing. And we already talked about what happens there. And so as you are you leaving?
If I remember, I was putting my last boot on, just like really quietly. Do I hear anything?
Oh, roll. You know what? Based on
Is there anything for us to hide behind?
sure, roll a perception check for me.
You want me to
The
roll as well?
frown. And some here, like some. What is it? Benches.
Oh.
Sorry.
22.
Oh! So you're closer to the door, as you're like putting on your last boot and whatnot. No, your shoes. Sorry, you don't have boots. You got heels.
They're boots with heels.
They're heels. Okay, so
Bro,
they're
if you trip. Oh my gosh.
they're
They
hoots.
break?
They're hoots. They're heel boots.
Oh my.
Anyway, you're putting them on, and you start to hear this outside. Strahd doesn't seem to notice.
Are there any windows in that room?
No. Kind of like a bunker. So anyway. So and you were just going to leave.
Wow, you need new flowers for him? Wow.
No cigarette.
No cigarette. You don't know. Do I want to leave? I'll ask him. I'll be like, so do you sleep in the basement alone? Or are there other people that... I mean, obviously that's probably what you're doing, sleeping down there.
How presumptuous that you think I sleep in the basement.
Oh, you might not. What do you do down there?
I have a fine bed right here. So, and normally I do not go to bed alone.
You got did he get dressed though? Mm-hmm. He put his cloak on. Mm-hmm. Like, are you cold?
He's always cold.
Now, from what I described
Are you
before,
cold?
so remember from what we had talked about, from his tone, you were getting that he was kind of done with the interaction and the conversation.
Right.
So he says, I don't see how this is pertinent.
You don't feel this is permanent?
Pertinent.
Hopefully.
Very interesting.
No. Heavens, no. Alright. Okay. And I will slowly be walking to the door.
Okay, and he has like his glass of wine and whatnot. He pays you no mind. He literally doesn't really care anymore. Anyway, so
Makes sense.
you grab the hand. Cyrus.
I'm by the window.
Oh, you
the
moved?
window.
Oh,
No, I
sorry.
went to watch out the window.
Sorry, I thought you went to go listen to the
I
hand.
thought
Okay.
there was no windows.
No, I did listen,
Now-
and then I went to the window.
So next to there, so
The
there's
room
the
has no
big
window.
old
Are you in the hallway?
stained glass window that you
Is there
guys
a map
saw
you
from
can draw?
outside. That
Oh, no.
yeah.
yeah. It's like,
That
oh,
like
it's
was
too much
broken from outside.
Yeah, because I was gonna go shout to the.
Oh, out the broken from like
From the
yeah,
broken window,
This
yeah.
doesn't show it.
Oh, okay. So the
doesn't
cathedral like butts up.
His room has no window, right?
Correct.
It's on the opposite side of this. Right there.
That's not helpful.
Hold on, I know that isn't.
It's okay.
helpful at all.
So it's not like cathedral hallway bedroom. It's cathedral butted up to the bedroom.
Yeah, there's like a bit of a hallway,
Oh, okay.
you know, but it's very short. Like it's very
Gotcha.
close to the big old like cathedral-esque with a big old window.
Gotcha. Now I'm following.
So
a little bit better.
anyway, so as you leave, you have to go through the cathedral and
Oh, okay.
go
Yeah, so I'm
around.
in the cathedral.
Okay.
Yes. So as you leave and you're like, okay, that was eventful. You walk out and are you hiding? Like,
As soon as I hear the door, I'm gonna hide.
oh, and roll to hide for me then. Roll
Stealth.
stealth.
And I'll say, can I roll
Roll
like
perception. Let's see who's higher.
With disadvantage, probably.
Yeah,
probably
does
armor.
what
up.
did
does
you
half
do
Oh, yeah.
does half play?
This is not rolled well.
Oh no! Did I break it? Well, it was a different.
Well, I
bag. It
rolled
might
a
have
13 and a
contaminated.
natural 20.
Yeah, because that died.
18.
So
So 13. Okay. Well, and you rolled an 18?
Yeah.
Stealth?
Okay. So you see Cyrus.
19.
Wait, what are you doing?
6.
19. So the 13 was the natural roll. Plus.
Oh, sorry. So you're looking around and you see like nothing.
Do I see Frolin?
Oh, are you hiding from him?
What'd you roll?
Yeah, I'm assuming I'm with.
Oh, okay. You roll stealth too then.
Yeah, 6.
That's it.
Wait, do you have disadvantage too?
No.
No, I'm tall.
So as you're like
And blue.
you almost
Yeah.
pass. You're like almost passing, and then you realize in your like what you had
Peripheral?
seen. Yeah, and you're like what? And there's this like tall guy that's like next to the window, you know, like trying to like conform to the window shape, you know, like blue, you know, you blend right in. No, and so you look back and you're like, what?
I am not here.
Pharrell.
I see nothing.
And
Is the
Pharrell
door shut?
is right there.
Did
You
she shut the door behind-
She
okay.
shut the door behind
If
you.
I
Okay.
didn't, Strahd would have.
But you
Try
don't
it
see
out.
Cyrus.
How'd it go?
I'll look over and see. What? It went.
Okay.
Did I'm trying to remember if I learned anything that could be helpful.
Did you learn anything that could be helpful?
No.
I'm trying to remember.
There's so many mental things. No, you more just learned about him as an individual a little bit.
And like was a distraction.
Yeah.
I hope 4 hours was enough.
Oh, we found his heart.
Oh, the one up here.
I think
Okay.
it's up in the spire.
Oh.
It's really creepy.
Oh.
We should get going.
Okay. Did I feel a heartbeat during the whole encounter? Or hear one?
No.
No? Okay.
He's dead.
Okay.
Technically.
Which makes sense,
Ish.
but
Ish. He's undead, sorry.
Right.
I was gonna say he's not really dead,
But
he's not alive
not
either.
alive.
Not alive anymore.
Okay.
So-
All right. So that I'm like, okay, that tracks.
His case is a little different, but whatever, yeah.
It's so hard with like what I. Okay. I'll walk up to these.
Talk while you walk.
Okay. Where are we going?
I don't know.
And you guys are coming back down
We can
after
play
making
this
your
far.
potions. And you're like, well, like,
Okay.
Up, you mean we're coming up?
coming back down. So you were on a spire. So you're pretty much going back to the room that you guys left from.
Let's just go back to the room where we came from.
Is anything happening?
So-
Like, are they here? Yeah, I was trying to distract
There were some
them.
birds fighting outside.
And as you guys are having
There
this
were birds fighting
conversation
outside.
and
And I think it
going,
might be the
you
green
like went
shot.
down the stairs and
Oh.
whatnot, and you see this group like walking in the hallway.
Okay,
like,
so we're
toward
coming
you guys.
together,
And
okay.
you guys are pretty much like met back up.
Okay, great.
The room. So.
Do they see the?
Did you find out where he sleeps?
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, maybe if they look for it.
Oh, okay.
Did you find anything in the basement?
I didn't go to the basement.
Did you talk to him about the basement?
He wasn't very open about the basement. No, I didn't learn anything
We found a
special.
quick way down to the basement.
Good. Okay.
We have a quick way down to the basement.
I mean,
we
I
may
found-
need a quick way down to the
I mean, I
basement.
found a dungeon, but that's different than a basement. Anyway.
There's
Anyway,
something in the
Okay.
cards about a dungeon.
in the Hall of Bones.
All
Well,
bones.
no, I mostly served as a distraction, to be honest. I couldn't. His whole attention was on me. I couldn't really sneak around all
That's-
much.
That's not surprising.
I enjoy the distraction too much.
Anyway, so we.
Wow, we're just gonna breeze right past that.
Anyway, I'm back now.
Drea is
Look
really
at his-
interested.
I'm trying to think if there's anything. No, I mostly was just a distraction. I hope that was enough time. Did you guys get to find or do anything that was helpful?
You mean 2 potions.
Very helpful.
Okay.
I think, as far as I'm aware.
Okay.
Did anyone...
We found his heart. We might possibly be able to kill him there.
Were
I
you-
think. I don't know.
Was it like in a jar? Was it like?
Huge. It was
That
like
tracks.
the size of a. It was like the size of a room.
Okay, not quite that much. All right. All right.
Yeah. No, it was glowing red and beating. It was really creepy.
It didn't change rhythm while you were there, did it?
I know it didn't. I looked.
Oh. Okay, so heart is
In a spire.
okay, not contained or anything.
No, just in a room. It's the treasure room.
How was it
Okay.
just sitting on a table?
No, it was attached to the ceiling. Like the
Arteries?
arteries were like in the ceiling.
Oh. So like the castle's like a living.
Yeah,
Essentially.
I would think
A living
so. That means the castle's part of it.
Oh.
Which means we might have to destroy the heart to kill him.
Probably.
Okay. That will be something we'll need to relay when we start seeing our allies. Which I was trying to distract him till they got here, but he's not.
They might be here.
He's not much for cuddling, so we gotta.
That doesn't surprise me. You don't seem very cuddly.
Yeah, that's fair. That's true.
Especially when she doesn't want to be there.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't lie. I need a shower. Anyway, so do you have a free healing spell though that won't cost a spell slot? Or
No,
okay.
unfortunately not.
Okay.
Do you need emotional healing?
No.
Are you hurt? I'm gonna examine her neck. I'm gonna look at her neck.
Okay, you examine.
Yes. Remember how I said I was trying to be very I show him
Oh, you're like, hey, look.
because
And you do
because I
see-
would like to be at full health.
You do see 2 marks
Yeah.
on her neck.
How do you think he went 4 hours?
How do you last that long? You have 4 hours worth of blood?
I guess so.
Wow. Okay.
I'm a little. Do we have any?
You have lots of potions of healing now.
Oh,
We
good.
do?
We do.
Oh yeah, we got some from the room. Oh duh.
Oh, I'll take one of those.
I think we had some before that too.
Oh.
I didn't have any written down because I don't think I took any. Because I have spells to go.
Yeah.
Oh, I do have to remember that I've got that.
Wait, how many did we get from the
What is that? Bless.
Also, what did the armor do?
Oh, the charm of heroism.
One
That's
is,
right.
I told you, and I say you better write it down.
Spell it out.
That's right. That's right.
Which one did you at least write down what you
Spell
have?
Devour, yeah.
No, I
The
wrote
spell
down.
devourer.
Okay,
Yeah, I
I've
still have
got
it.
Two
I've
that
got
we
5
just
greater.
got.
I don't need that much. Heck.
Last time
Do you have like how many hit points did you lose?
4.
you wrote it down. on
So
the
this
back of
item,
the
Aaron,
paper.
I'll tell you this other
Or
time.
6?
You're
I
lucky.
4 6. It wasn't much.
So it holds 4 charges and regains 1d4 expended charges daily at dawn. As a reaction, you can use one of your charges to cast a counterspell at 3rd level, or you can spend 1 additional charge for each level higher than 3rd that you choose to cast
No,
it.
I
On a
was
successful
writing down
interruption,
the
instead of
potions
countering the
that I
spell, it
had.
is stored within the armor for 1 minute or until another spell is intercepted.
Okay, well, hang on. Can I just see it? Can I just read it?
Can we just believe that we have potions and I'll just take one of the
Oh,
healing-
wait, hold up. Is it?
healing potions?
Should be. Armor of the spell devourer.
Okay.
I feel like
So yeah.
Anyway.
I had like 3 or 4.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
okay.
remember being told exactly how many. What in the world? Let's do it.
Okay, I'll just look it up.
So you can restore your
Okay.
magical power.
So I'm
Yeah.
guessing.
What?
This is about the magical restoration. Yeah.
I'm guessing they tell us about the potions that they made.
Yep, you guys talk about what you
Okay.
saw, like where you went,
All right.
things like that.
I think what I'll do then is I'll relay what I learned about him as a person. Maybe one of you guys can figure out better than I can how to use. I don't know. I can't think.
Oh.
It was very not political. I don't know. He's lonely.
I was told exactly how
Kind of a
many.
sad, lonely man.
3, 2, 1.
Still really loves Tatiana, although she couldn't stand him. Literally would rather die and did
I
than be
think
with
I did
him.
it in my phone.
I'm gonna clean them.
Is it in here?
Well,
Okay. Whoa! Sorry. I'm looking for birds fighting sound noises. Oh gosh! Go away!
Pump the gas, it'll start.
Sorry. Sorry.
Sorry. It sounds like a
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, obviously.
Janica jumps really hard.
Now, so as you guys are talking, you do see there are windows here, and the sun. You can't see the sun obviously, but the light outside.
At least
is
I stopped him from
pretty-
recharging.
Now, also, you do. Actually, hold on, wait one second.
Okay. I'm
Do I
sorry.
have a?
I got excited.
I don't have a. Oh, I don't have it. That's okay. So you do hear, as you guys are in this room talking, from up above, you hear this big boom, boom, and it like echoes, and you're
Okay.
like, Fran's like, who detonated an explosive?
Wasn't me.
Was that one of yours?
It definitely sounds like some sort of explosive.
We
And it
Cause
is
you
kind
did
of
they blow it up
massive.
right there?
Anyway, and you do hear like the sounds outside get a little bit more intense. And anyway, and then
So
you
they
hear
missed
this
the moment
like
to take it. They just detonated it right there.
sound from like inside.
Is that a horn?
That like echoes in the hallway, you know, kind of thing. And then you hear more of these like squeaky sounds. Anyway, outside, and a little bit of like glass breaking. Anyway, and things start to
Did I hear Strahd leave after me?
He did not leave right after you. So
Unless. Did you guys tell me about the elevator?
Yeah.
this
We probably mentioned it.
you did.
Yeah.
Would the elevator go through his room? Would I have been able to deduce between Frelin
the
and Cyrus?
elevator did not go through his room.
Okay, just.
It was like on the other end of the castle.
All right. Oh, perfect. Good. So he didn't like go through a secret door. He's probably still in his room.
Or he is a secret.
Yeah, there might be another way down. Okay. Yeah.
Would I know if there's other ways down?
To the basement, there is that one doorway.
Yeah, down there, and there's
Yeah.
so. Okay.
Anyway,
Well, let's leave the room.
Don't forget you have stakes with holy oil that won't kill him; they'll just hurt.
Yeah.
Potentially immobilize him if you get it deep enough.
A flask of alchemist fire.
Yeah, don't forget you guys have
Yeah,
we
that.
have charms of heroism, which is 10 temporary hit points. The bless spell, 1d4 to 1 attack or saving throw per turn.
I forgot. Did we all get that?
what?
I think we
all
did.
get that? Okay.
Charms, the charm of heroism. I believe we did. Right?
We all did.
No, someone got one charm. I think it's the one you picked up. Because you're like, I want that that
Yeah.
charm.
I got a potion of heroism in my.
I've got heroism on mine.
Ah, okay,
All
so
of
it's-
us.
Oh, I think I wrote it down incorrectly.
Okay, so I do believe it is a potion. Yes.
So the charm acts like the potion.
I think so.
Potion.
But we know.
To be honest, I get things down. I don't remember. So like,
So-
I just
I
wrote
think
down
the charm
potion.
is like a reusable thing, and the potion's a one-time use thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also, you guys have a jar of alchemist fire.
Yeah.
Yes, I did write that one down.
Okay. And then stakes. What
I
else?
didn't write down the charm of heroism or the potion of heroism, so I don't think I have that.
Okay.
I have it.
Okay. Cool. Okay. So,
Alright.
you like open the door, and there is like a bit of commotion you can like hear from inside. You don't know exactly. It seems kind of like far away, but you do hear like muffled noises inside the castle now, and like the walls. There's like just general noise, you know, and sound. So you can go check it out. Like it seems like things might have begun going because you did say at dawn. Let's go. Anyway, so
I guess we just gotta decide: do we focus on Strahd himself and let these guys handle everything else, or
Yes.
We
It's
should
kind
probably
of a
focus on Strahd.
plan, I think.
you what?
Wasn't that the plan?
I think so. I
I
think
think
that
we're
was.
gonna die.
Well,
Well,
we'll give it a shot. We'll try. We'll try. We'll do our best.
okay. So where are you gonna go try and find him?
I'm gonna go
Where he
back
just
to
was?
the room.
or maybe we should just go attack the heart right now.
Should we let the
Find out
people
what's
at the
in the
roof
basement.
maybe try that?
Yeah, let's.
I wrote a note to say I wrote them about the heart. so-
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I said take the explosives to the heart. So if they exploded the
Maybe that's
explosives
what the
right there,
explosion was.
I really hope so.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to
Oh,
the.
that means all that treasure was lost.
I
All
will.
that treasure was lost.
Probably.
I will go back. I'm gonna run back to the bedroom. And,
Okay.
I'll follow her.
And like,
Okay, I see.
worst case scenario, I can pretend to be worried about his safety. Maybe get him for a few more minutes.
No, and he's not there.
Ah, that's.
So he is not in there.
Okay. Let me guess. Hollow bones?
So as you if you as you go out, you're like, oh,
I'm gonna go open that other door that you mentioned was there.
So
You mentioned there was another door on the far
for
wall.
any of that, so you hear, I feel like I need to let's maybe not. Hold on. Blah, blah, blah. This one. Anyway, so you didn't notice originally as you like ran past, but on the throne, like you hear a voice, like a deep voice.
Oh.
He says, so you hear this echoing throughout like the cathedral like area. So I assume you have already made your decision. Am I correct? And then you see he's like very much blended in with like the blackness, you know, of the throne. But he's just sitting there like with his cloak, you know, over him kind of thing.
Does he have clothes on?
Yes, he has clothes on. But he has his cloak like, you know, kind of, you know, he's sitting like kind of not even looking at you guys. Wait, he's not. This was inside the room with the cards, kind of, but no. It's more like he's not even paying attention to you guys, but he's just kind of like sitting there with it. Anyway, I wish I could show you a video. It's in my head,
I kind of
That
have.
doesn't sound bad.
I kind of have an idea, but do I get the sense he overheard what we were saying? No, wait, we were walking as we were talking, right?
but you were
probably
mostly
has
in the
it
room,
everywhere.
like talking. So you weren't really talking outside of the room.
So yes, he heard.
So no, he didn't hear you. As
Oh,
far as
okay.
you know.
Okay. I'm just trying to think if we can still convince him, maybe, or if the jig's up already. What do you guys think? Oh, we don't have time to ask that.
We just came to check on your safety.
Sounds like the birds are acting up.
And there is still noises outside, and like I'm just having this music for dramatic effect. So anyway, and he says, "My safety.
Yes.
I have many protections surrounding this castle, and your friends are encountering one of them."
He thinks we've made friends over here.
We tend to make a lot of enemies, I'm not gonna lie.
Who says they're not coming for us?
This
the menaces of Barovia.
Yeah, where you explode everything. And it says, yes, this is true. So, maybe I will not wait until tonight. I will ask him now. What is your decision? Will you help me, or will you be against me?
Does whatever we have to do take place in this room? Is it elsewhere?
We'll have to go to the basement.
Yeah, that's right.
Ah. Oh, maybe we should just
Shall we?
go.
Shall we?
Go to the basement.
Yeah, we'll follow you.
All right. That is a great answer. And he like, so it's
Well, I
like,
did not expect that. Let's go.
anyways, it's like, well, then follow me. Anyway, and so he takes you down to the like main floor and whatnot. You go down the stairs. He doesn't say anything. You just follow him. And he
I'm
seems,
silently praying. Don't go to the elevator. Don't go to the
Giving
elevator.
the eye like,
Like
this is a ruse, right?
Yeah,
I'll nod and like roll my eyes at Strahd. Not that he, behind him. Just
Yeah, 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 yeah.
like yes,
Walking
it's
behind him.
Because Shanica's like, I mean, what is happening?
Anyway, and
no.
so,
I'll indicate to Drea or whoever else is looking at me that no, we're not gonna. We're just gonna try and. Hold on. Do I get the sense that he knows that's what we're doing?
He has plans within plans.
you can roll to see if you roll insight.
Okay.
Now,
Do I get it? Do I
Get
it?
advantage.
I was gonna say.
because of what you did, roll with advantage.
Susan's just like, oh, well, I guess we're helping then.
If you want the spicy details,
What was the check?
No, insight you said?
Insight?
with advantage.
18.
18. Okay, so... Oh, well, now that the scariness...
Is it?
Nah, we're gonna keep it. Anyway, so you get that he is actually a little excited. Like he was like,
I
you know
kind
what?
of caught him off guard.
Yeah, like expecting you guys to say no, expecting to have some kind of fight or whatnot, and that he's a little bit relieved.
You've seen too many movies.
Even though he's just like brooding and like not really saying anything, you do sense that like he's a little bit relieved, and happy to be going down to the
I don't
basement.
know how I would, since we can't, I'm like, how would I don't know.
I was actually gonna see if I could cast Rary's telepathic bond
Oh,
between the six of us.
that would be
Okay.
nice. That would make things much easier to communicate to you guys what I'm.
That would be.
We would be psychically linked
See, what I did had a purpose. Had a purpose.
for an hour. So
Okay.
Awesome.
Alrighty.
Nice. Okay.
That would be
is
very nice.
Very good.
Saphira coming in clutch.
Saphira, way to
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so you guys make it down to the first floor, and then you go down to like the lower floor, and then you get to the iron like doors and whatnot, and he whips out a key, or he like takes out a key and whatever with his gloved hands.
Just
So
whips it out.
you cast this Saphira, and so it's to connect the whole group. Okay. So
Not
all-
Strahd, right?
no.
Yeah. Not
Okay,
Strahd.
I choose who I.
Okay.
Yeah, you're like everybody in the vicinity, and Strahd's like, what? What?
May I ask who's calling?
Yeah. But so
things just
you
haven't
can
been the
just
same
you
with
can
my
all
siblings,
communicate and
don't
everybody will hear it at the
switching
same time.
her-
Yeah. It says we're just
That's
psychically.
funny.
Let me read it. Hang on.
Oh, okay.
Hang on.
Don't touch the table.
Oh,
So
sorry.
it's just that I forge a telepathic link among up to 8 willing creatures of your choice, psychically linking each creature to all the others for the duration.
That's cool. I like
Wait,
that.
that is an amazing tower.
You can communicate
Oh,
whether or not we
Yeah,
share
you were
language,
close.
okay.
and it's
that's
possible over any distance.
Oh, wow.
Okay, that's pretty cool. That is really, really cool.
That's really
Okay. So you cast this, and suddenly you're starting to like hear people's like inner dialogue.
Now we gotta figure out whose brain would be empty.
I'm joking.
I'm just going shoot, 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 shoot.
You're hearing this.
And I'll immediately be like,
Dre is just wondering, when do we attack? When do we actually attack?
I'll
Susan
explain that
just
I bonded
has
us.
a constant song like humming.
Yeah,
Wheels on the bus.
that's about right.
Anyway, so Strahd unlocks the door and
I would relate.
opens.
He kind of
the-
believes us. Once I figured out that we're now connected, he kind of believes us.
Cool.
I'm assuming you'll probably look at us and be like,
Yeah, I would tell
Okay.
everyone, like, hey, if you hear my voice.
oh,
Nistra,
it's
who
me.
dis?
Anyway.
Yeah. Okay, I'll let them know that he kind of believes us.
Yeah.
Believes us about what?
We'll just keep following him.
Okay.
No, he leads you down like a stairway case. Anyway, then actually does some switchbacks, and it's like a broad, there's stone steps that lead down, and it's like this dark basement area with torches and sconces and
Can I
whatnot.
assume that everyone knows that we're putting ourselves in a very precarious,
You would assume.
Yeah.
precarious position?
Yeah.
You would
assume.
This isn't good, but we're doing it willingly. Okay,
Uh-huh.
okay.
Yeah.
It's probably a very good assumption.
Anyway, and
Watch your backs.
so there's a couple
in the basement at the same time.
Mhm.
there's a couple of doors, that you could have gone in, but he passes all of those and he takes you another
Are they solid doors or are they
down,
barred doors?
Like solid doors. So you can't look inside. Some of them might seem locked, some of them don't. Anyway, so you go down 3 levels, it feels
Vacant.
like. Anyway, until it levels out.
All right.
And there's another set of big doors that he also unlocks and opens. And it's this big, you guys are rocking for a bit, but it's this grand room. And it's dirt floor, it's almost like a cave almost, with the ceiling and whatnot, and you can hear some bats up in the rafters and whatnot. Or
So rough cut.
yeah,
cave,
kind of
essentially.
Batman's cave kind of thing a little bit. Anyway, anyway, but there is some stuff to create a big old circle with other, so there's almost white chalk that's kind of
Oh, good,
something,
my favorite.
that's
Oh, yeah,
kind of
yeah.
ruins and whatnot. And there are how many of you are? 1, 2, 3,
6.
4. But yeah, there's 6 circles around this big circle, and then this little altar in the center.
How
And
far do we
whatnot.
want to go?
So
To the last second, or
anyway,
I am
Let-
going to walk around the room and just try and waste some time.
okay.
Just be like, wow, this is such a cool altar.
What's this one?
Wow, what deity is this for?
It's about. Anyway,
I'm gonna waste as much time as I can.
okay.
I could probably assist
Sure.
with
So,
that, with being distracting.
We
to
just
him.
geek around.
Now, as you're doing that, you guys are like, "Ooh, what's this?" Anyway, you're looking around. Strahd
Magic
kind of
everywhere.
is talking, and his voice kind of echoes as well in here a little bit. Kind of how a cave would.
I will listen to him talk.
Okay. And he kind of goes on a little bit of a monologue of
Thank goodness.
Yes.
he monologues just a little bit where he talks about.
You caught me monologue.
He's like, well, I'm very appreciative of your sacrifice and whatnot. There's been years of the making, and I've done so many things, had to kill so many people, and blah, 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 blah. And anyway, and he kind of goes on this little monologue of the things that he's had to do in order to deceive. And, even my parents or whatever, and he kind of goes on a little bit of monologue. Anyway, so as you guys are looking around, so you're looking for something specific?
Nope, we're just wasting time.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna just badly, because I always is, attempt to make small talk and try and
Okay.
distract him.
Can I ask about specific items? How'd you get this one?
Anyway, and he's like, well, and before he says, well, I've talked a bit too much, and he puts his arm.
Oh no,
all
that's
over
fine. You can talk more.
So there's a back wall or a wall with a table and whatnot, or set cut into the stone, and there's the chest on there that with your guys' stuff, and he kind of rests his arm on it, and he's like, well, I've talked too much.
This is
so.
So what is this ritual exactly? How does it work?
I'm so glad you asked. And so he takes the chest and he opens it and he says, in here are all of those items that, for each of you.
All of them?
Except for that one.
I never touched mine.
Yeah, it's still in there.
So yeah, all of your guys.
They're still there, okay.
Dre didn't trust it.
Anyway, and so he's like, I will give each of your items, and you will.
a question.
You will hold on. Let me instructions first. Questions
The
later.
DM comes through.
And you will all place some of your blood on your item, and then place it in one of the circles in this big ring, and then I will stand in the center and call upon my deity for your sacrifice of blood, and also this sacred object to you, and see if he accepts it. So I apologize, I have one dagger, and he does take out one dagger, and he hands it to you and says, please take your item.
I have a question. Where's Walter?
And he
I don't know
says,
if we
"Why-
ever
why?"
discussed that. I'm just very curious. Because isn't his name on the box?
His name is on the box. And I can explain just that. But please take your item.
Well, so I guess I have a question before we proceed. Because
I did not say this was time.
I will
a
take my
for
item and pocket it.
questions.
well, this question is related to the
As
ritual
you-
itself.
Take your item. You can ask questions.
Okay, so Dre grabs her item.
I don't grab mine.
Thank you.
She says, my biggest fear about this whole thing has been that if I do this, I have this funny feeling that it's going to kill either my whole family or someone in my family. Because I think this item represents them. And that's the sacrifice we're making, not really our blood. Do you see why? Do you see why we were leery?
I can see your fear and
Please
your
explain the
hesitation.
intricacies, please.
But I have negotiated with my deity to only require your blood and not the blood of other individuals in your life. So, yes. I know you do not have blood, but your living oil will work just fine. Okay. Yes.
I think we lost mine.
Oh, that is
I'm
right.
sorry.
We do need to.
In my mind, I'm gonna say,
I could go look for it.
when are we going to attack?
So,
We can stand in the circle, I wouldn't recommend the blood.
yeah.
I have a bad feeling about putting,
Everyone take your
Obviously.
place.
Well, maybe one of us.
And I
but
will
don't
pass
know.
around the dagger. But
I don't have good dexterity. I need to...
you guys are an interesting bunch, I will say. But
You should see us on a bad day.
all right, how about this? If I promise to explain something to you, and
What are we waiting for?
tell you a
There's
little bit
people
more-
that are supposed to be coming into the basement! Do I hear them? I don't know! The DM hasn't said if we hear anything.
Can I hear them?
Do we hear them?
a lot of your perception checks on the way down that you didn't make. Anyway, so actually, while you did go down, there were noises. And it sounded like there were almost like animals, or something going on the second level before you went down. So you're one level below that.
I wouldn't be surprised if we had things trapped down here, though. I just didn't get a chance to look.
Yeah. So, or it could be other things, like anyway.
And walking by, did it sound like people?
Well, it did sound like commotion. So not just like caged animals, like commotion. So, but he went through like not seeming to mind, kind of thing. So you're like, why is he so chill? Is this our people? We don't know. Anyway, but he says, if you could, each of you, just, a little bit of blood, and then I will explain something that will be you will be very anxious to hear.
Too bad my blood didn't earlier.
And also I will give you your item.
Oh.
So, if you just a little bit of blood, and then I'll give you your item. Yes. Your living oil will work as well. Yes.
I'm not allowed to hold mine. Is that going to be a problem?
No, that won't be a problem at all. We will just put it in the circle, and that'll be fine. So, as long as your living oil is on it, we'll be okay. So,
For the living water.
Anyway.
Well, that's a new one.
so then he passes it. So you have the dagger.
So I guess
Frolin, are you gonna do it?
telepathically, what are we saying?
So is this item going to be destroyed or taken? Is this the only thing that we are sacrificing? Is there anything else that will be taken from us?
Just this item.
Insight.
Insight!
Yeah.
Insight
Yeah, I'm
check.
behind that one.
Do you want insight?
I want to know exactly what he gets from it in return.
17.
Oh, slide is blue. I don't
Okay.
slide is blue.
I got a 17.
I got a 3.
I got a.
Five.
Roll with advantage.
Oh.
I got a 14.
With advantage?
Oh. Yep.
Oh my gosh. 21.
21. That's
14.
Mentally, I'm gonna be like,
14,
do I cut myself?
21.
Am
No,
I
no,
bleeding?
no,
At
least all of us should.
Wow, 21. Okay.
Do I have the sense that if we all do it, it works, or if even one of us does it, it'll work?
Oh, with a 14. With a 14, so from what you understand from rituals is that you need everything to go well and every piece. And now you also realize that there also has to be words and something to connect all the things together. Like this is a part, it's probably not the end part, but actually Pharrellin. So anyway, that's
Okay.
ritualistic individuals, and that's what you understand. Anyway, and then Pharrellin, you kind of get this sense that like there's a little bit more to it.
Oh.
You're like he's like, that's the only thing. You kind of get this, like, as you're silently kind of observing from the back, you're like, well, this seems to be a little bit heftier than just a little bit of blood. You know? But, like, the blood probably isn't, like, the end of the ritual, you know, but it probably will be a little bit more than just the blood. Anyway, yes. I feel like this class. Okay.
So I'm a pacifist.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any way I can do it without like the dagger part?
Do you
Like, I
have
could-
like a?
I could make blood.
No,
you
it's
want.
gotta be from you.
Strahd, I
But if I
think
make it,
Could
I
you just make an
kinda-
opening?
I'm
you
gonna
know?
hand him the dagger. I think you should start. I think you should cut Susan.
I could very well do that.
Please do that.
Yeah, I think that's the only way. When he says pacifist, he means it.
Listen,
Like,
we've been
ultimately,
with him.
seriously.
I don't want to cut
He's
him.
the passiest pacifist
All
I've
right.
ever met.
Well, it seems like you need a little bit more, maybe motivation.
Yes, please.
All right.
Some, just something to get
Yeah,
the ball rolling.
I'd start with that
and
for
he
sure.
snaps his fingers. And then.
Oh no.
The butler?
Oh no.
And what appears is a out of like the misty like is Tyrwall by the like next to him, and he says so, and grabs Tyrwall by the cloak and then holds the dagger.
Okay.
He dies.
Well, we just asked you to cut him.
We just
We were
asked you
gonna
to
do
cut
it. You
Susan.
should have started with him.
It seems like your whole group is incredibly hesitant.
You know what?
So-
If you cut
Well,
Susan,
here,
I will
give
cut
me
myself
the
next.
knife. Give me the knife.
Okay.
She does it.
Okay.
Puts the
Okay.
blood on her sigil.
Okay.
Throws it.
Okay.
Okay.
Circle.
Thank you. See that?
Now,
wasn't
could
that
you just
hard.
cut him, please?
He won't do it.
He won't do it. But the rest of
He
us.
can't cut. He can't cut himself.
And we are
He is
very
a
attached.
pacifist.
And we are attached to him. I don't know if I could do it. I can do it to myself though.
So this is not enough motivation. After you headed back the dagger,
No, we'll
and he
do
like
it.
kind of like pokes Tyrwall in the neck.
No,
We will do it if you
to
cut
ourselves.
Susan.
You just do it to him.
I will do
And
it
Tyrwall's
next.
like,
I will do it next.
You know,
Can you have
Susan
Tyrwall?
can go last.
Can you have Tyrwall cut Susan?
Throw it Tyrwall under the bus.
All right. You have all made
If we all do
fairly
it and he does Susan
Okay.
last.
You have to
Okay.
count.
Okay, I'll do
Okay,
it.
fine.
There you are.
I'm not gonna cut
Drea
myself on my
will
palm.
go be. Well, Drea's got.
Oh, I don't have good. I want to do something.
Can I try and persuade
Hey,
him?
Ferlin.
Just be
Do
like,
you have
"Can
good
Sure.
Okay, persuasion.
With disadvantage.
Okay.
Can Drea go behind Susan?
Okay,
and-
Tyrwall's maybe gonna die.
cut him?
Oh yeah, you can play tear wall. You suddenly like and your tear wall.
He's got a knife to Tyrwell's
and
throat.
he's got a knife to your throat kind of thing, and it's like kind of.
Oh no, my
With
man.
disadvantage?
Yeah, disadvantage.
Oh, persuasion?
Yep.
Yeah, right. Hang on.
Can I assist? We're very persuasive.
Oh!
If you want to try, but you will have disadvantage in this instance.
Do you want me to
Are
roll
you talking about both of us?
You want to get
Whoever rolls for, you'll probably have disadvantage.
What are we
So-
trying to persuade him on?
for him to cut Susan and then I will cut
Oh,
Susan.
yeah.
And
Wait
it-
for it.
Oh!
Well,
the
that was
second
the
one,
second one.
Oh,
so-
dang it.
But I still got a 15.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. Hold on.
Oh, what did I get again?
12.
Wow.
15.
Okay. Says, I love how you all try so much. But this is how we are going to do this.
Susan's looking around like, got a lot of all these bones everywhere, but maybe right here.
Yeah, you must have a spigot somewhere.
I'm going to telepathically say, Susan, do not cut yourself. Make Strahd do it to you. Do you understand?
Like, well, I don't want to cut myself anyway.
Yeah, don't do it. Yeah, just make sure
Okay.
you really don't do
I'm
it.
gonna cut myself on the back of my arm.
Okay.
Persuade him
Put
as
your
hard
item,
as you
cool.
can
Yeah,
to do
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Put your item in a circle, draw your item in a circle, cool, and you pass.
I'm just debating if I could. But Dre doesn't have good sleight. I have,
Can I be like,
0. I
"Hello,
wanted to like
hello, please
pretend
help."
to cut myself and pour holy water on it instead. But I don't
But,
think I can do that. So no, I'll just do it.
Okay, so Jenny,
How far is Drea from?
and then for Ellen, do you like?
Picking him. This whole thing, but I got rid of it years ago. Is this really the best you can do?
It is part of your past, and it will work for this ritual.
I mean, I thought I had upcycled this into another project, but
Can I?
So you also do it.
Can I?
I'm just going to start talking about some of the projects.
Oh
that I've
my
done.
gosh!
Oh, Strahd doesn't have a dagger.
Yes, Strahd doesn't have a dagger.
And then he bears it. Have to the count of the severe.
To the count.
Can I prepare an action real quick?
Sure.
Okay.
Are you going to cut and put blood on it?
No.
Okay.
I'm thinking to everyone like I'm just about to cast Moonbeam if we don't do something soon.
What's
Well-
Moonbeam?
Can I see if there's anyone?
It's
coming into the
radiant
basement?
damage.
Yeah, it'll hurt him.
I would
Everybody,
just strike them with it.
Okay. Don't ask questions. Don't raise your hands. Let the DM do their thing. Please.
We wasted enough time.
We are done.
Oh, the DM's talking. I thought it was still
Shush.
Strahd.
This is yes, this is DM talking. DM. Whoa. Sorry. The ceiling opens. The DM says, "All right, players."
Rein it in. For
Okay.
You shut up.
Yeah, we are going
jokes.
to. So I don't want any talking. I don't want any. Shush. All right. The DM has a monologue. Okay. Now I'm shouting again. Okay. After he's like bared his thing, and he's like, well, I guess we're gonna go about this a different way. Sure will. And then
What's Tyrwell doing?
anyway, so he releases Tyrwell. No talking. No talking. No talking.
I need a prep
No
action.
talking. We will talk. We will retcon it later. Don't.
Okay, fine.
Okay. So he releases Tyrwell, and kind of motions for Tyrwell to kind of go over towards you guys. And I don't know, Alex, you can take it from here.
It's all you.
So.
Okay, fine. So Tyrwell,
I don't know how you want this.
he kind of walks up towards the circle, and says, well, you are all wonderful individuals. You have been
Except you.
amazing to get to know, and really has been a journey.
I hope you step on a D4.
Sheesh! I said sheesh to all players, including you. Sheesh! This is my monologue. Sheesh! I'll start kicking people out. Anyways, and Terrell, it's been great to get to know you well. This was meant to go a little bit easier. I apologize for maybe this turn of events, but this needs to happen regardless. For you see, this plan has been in the works for so long. Since my whole life, I have been working up to this moment. and I will not let anything take it from me. And I will not let any of you take it from me. So, we are going to do this, but I feel like, Shh! I feel like a better introduction would be in order. Shish! Shish! You know, I may have been. Hey, shish! I may not have been shish, you guys. I may not have been truthful with you. So let me introduce myself again. I'm not Tyrwall. My name is Walter. And he like takes off the ring that's on his hand, and suddenly like before your eyes, Tyrwall changes, and his nice fine like hair and whatnot, like his skin suddenly becomes like kind of this like grayish, like more pale complexion, and his eyes turn like this like vibrant blue in the center where he used to have brown eyes, and he looks like his hair like is still jet black but like a little disheveled and whatnot, and like you can tell he is an undead being, and who stands before you is Walter. And that's where we're gonna end it for today.